Can you see the stars align? A night like this can never rewind. Can you hear the wolf cry out to the light? A night like this will never shine so bright. So take a couple steps back as you hear me start to howl. Take a couple steps back when I lose all control. Watch me turn into a werewolf, and I will haunt till the break of dawn. Don't you dare to try to stop me. This is the horn of the Black Swan. So take a couple steps back as you hear me start to howl. Take a couple steps back when I lose all control. Watch me turn into a werewolf, and I will haunt till the break of dawn. Don't you dare to try to stop me. This is the horn of the Black Swan.
What's up? And welcome to the live stream. I think I got a lot in store for you today, especially if you're interested in the stock market and cryptocurrencies. We got a lot to talk about today because a lot has transpired since the last time we were together, which was the day before yesterday. It was the 14th of January. It's the last time I had a chance to speak to you all. And so I got a lot to talk about today, but before I get into it, as always, as you come into the live stream, if you have a stock, a cryptocurrency, a commodity, a forex pair, drop it in the comments and we will take a look at it and analyze it live on video. Before I get into the stock market, Bitcoin, XRP. What about XRP? XRP pumped today. If you hadn't seen it, all time highs, fresh all time highs on XRP, and I'm talking about even before it was delisted. If you've been following cryptocurrency, for a couple of years, you know XRP got delisted from all the exchanges due to the lawsuit that the SEC brought on Ripple, Ripple Labs, and XRP. You know they got sued by the SEC. That lawsuit has now concluded, and XRP is back on exchanges. But XRP has now set fresh all-time highs, and I know a lot of people want to know what's going to happen with XRP from here. So we're going to get into Bitcoin, crypto, XRP, and all of that on this live stream. But as you come into the stream, remember to like the video, comment, subscribe. You know, y'all know the routine. You know the routine by now. Just do all of the above. And if you'd like to have a stock analyzed, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. But let's get right into it. The first stock that I want to talk about before I look at Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Google, all of that good stuff. I'm gonna talk about Applied Materials. This was a trade setup posted to the community so everybody could see, everybody could put on their watch list or take advantage of if that's a big if you wanted to. So Applied Materials were looking good. And you know, here at Rethink Finance, we have a certain criteria that has to present itself before we take action on a trade setup. And Applied Materials had it all. So the first thing we look at, right, the first thing we want to know here at Rethink Finance is the asset in an undeniable uptrend. So taking a look at Applied Materials, you can see that the answer to that question is yes. Because why do we like for our assets to be in an uptrend? Because if you study the markets, you know that when you're looking for bullish chart patterns, right? Hoping that the price is going to go up, the probability increases when you're already in a pre-existing uptrend. So when you're in an uptrend and you find bullish chart setups, the probability is increased that that chart pattern will play out. So the first question is Applied Materials in an uptrend. The answer to that is yes. You can see over years and years and years. We're back in 2019, 2015, and so on. You've been in a magnificent uptrend on Applied Materials, right? So the first check is in the box. The second thing we look for is a bullish chart pattern. So the bullish chart pattern identified on Applied Materials is the fallen wedge. And if you look up what a fallen wedge is, you'll see that a fallen wedge is a bullish chart pattern, a potential reversal pattern, right? So fallen wedge, bullish chart pattern, potential reversal. Fallen wedge identified. You can see this price, this downsloping price contraction right here that's identified on your screen. So that's two things. You are in an uptrend and you have a bullish chart pattern. The third thing we look for is, do you have bullish divergence, which is seller exhaustion, right? Letting you know that the sellers are getting tired and the buyers can be taken over. Do you have that on the MACD? Right? This is the MACD right here. So you can see on the MACD, you have higher levels of positive momentum, right? Look at the momentum starting to wane. You see you have a high level here, and then each histogram gets higher and higher, right? And then you can see on price, the lows get lower and lower. So that lets you know that the selling pressure, right, these lower lows, which signifies a sell-off, the higher levels of negative momentum on the MACD and the lower lows on the price lets you know that the momentum to the downside is getting weaker, right? That lets you know that sellers are getting tired because the negative momentum is starting to dry up on the MACD, while on the chart you can see consecutive lower lows. So you can see sellers are selling it off on the chart, but look at the selling momentum is getting weaker. So you have Class A bullish divergence on the MACD, and you also have it on the RSI. The fourth thing that we look for is, do you have bullish divergence on the RSI? And you also have it on the, I tell you, every time I go live, man, this is a conspiracy. This is a freaking conspiracy. Every time I go live and I start to get into it, I'm gonna get a text message or I'm gonna get a phone call. But you know what we're gonna do today, for the sake of the viewers? We're ignoring that phone call. Send them right to voicemail. If it's that important, send me a text. So the fourth thing we look for is seller exhaustion on the RSI. And you can see that you completely got the seller exhaustion on the RSI right here on the tail end, when you see the higher highs, the higher lows taking place on the RSI while you have lower lows on price. So that's four bullish variables, right? You're in the uptrend, you have a bullish chart pattern, and you have seller exhaustion, Class A bullish divergence on both momentum oscillators. So that's four. The fifth thing that we look for, what is it, chat? Can you all tell me what the next thing we look for on our trade setups? Who said it first? I heard it. Who said it first? That is absolutely right. We time scale hop, ladies and gentlemen. We look for bullish arguments on different time frames. So you can see we're now on the 12-hour, and you have the same identical picture. You have the uptrend, the bullish chart pattern, the sell exhaustion on the RSI and the MACD. So that's five different things that you have. That's five different bullish variables that you have playing out on Applied Materials. So it's five different bullish variables. And when you have all these different bullish variables playing out on a single asset, that just amplifies the chances of a breakout to the upside. And taking a look at Applied Materials, what do you have? You have the breakout of the falling wedge, and now we're up a couple $100 on this trade. So gorgeous stuff, gorgeous pattern recognition, gorgeous trend recognition, gorgeous identification of seller exhaustion. I mean, this is beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. So you're in the uptrend. You have the bullish chart pattern. You have the seller exhaustion on both oscillators. When you look through different time scales on the chart, you have the same picture. Gorgeous stuff. So Applied Materials, ladies and gentlemen, is looking good. We posted this to the community. Probably was about maybe, I think we feel like it was earlier this month in January. Right about the beginning of January, we identified this and we posted it to the community, and now we're up a couple $100. Gorgeous stuff, gorgeous price action. And another one that I want to take a look at before I get into the thick of things is Avis, right? Avis Budget Group. This was another one that we posted to the community, right, as a actionable trade setup, right? If you wanted to take an entry on this, you had every opportunity to. If you did not, that was your decision as well. We didn't hold it against you, but we just identified the variables and presented a beautiful chart pattern for you. And here on Avis Budget Group, on Avis, the car rental company, I know you're familiar with Avis, especially if you live in the United States. So Avis has hit the first take profit of the trade setup, which ushered us 11% ROI on this, which was only a couple $100, but I'll take this is the first trade setup. And it's the first target of the trade setup. You have three more to go. Our final target is identified up here at $122, and our entry was way back here, right? Our entry was way back here at 81.77. So we're looking at 50% ROI on Avis, man. 50%. A lot of your hedge funds last year didn't do 50% all year. And here we are. We've allotted 2% of our portfolio, which is $1,900. We allotted 2% of our portfolio into Avis. And since then we got an 11% return on that $1,900. So congratulations to everybody that took action. Congratulations to everybody that learned something, right? That used this trade setup as an educational source. And congratulations to everybody that joined the stream and is getting something positive out of it. So that's what we teach, right? We look for 6 different variables in every trade setup. If all 6, maybe 5, sometimes we do 5 out of the 6. If all of those don't present itself, it's a no-go. We hit the space bar on to the next asset. But on Applied Materials and Avis Budget Group, the rental car company, we had all the variables. And also on GameStop. GameStop is starting to retrace on us. So we got a decision to make on GameStop. We're up $500 on GameStop. We was before the other day, right? On January 7th, we're up like $1,000, $1,100 on GameStop, but the market has pulled back some, so we got a decision to make. Are we going to continue to trade the plan, or are we going to take profit and cut our ties? So we got a decision to make here. I would say within the next 24 hours, because we only have one more trading day on the stock market before the presidential administration changes hands. So that happens on Monday. The stock market will be closed on Monday. It opens up on Tuesday of next week, after Friday. So we got some decisions to make. And I think I'm leaning towards taking profit because I think the stock market is going to dump after Donald Trump takes office. That's just my personal opinion. We'll see. We'll see. But I think the stock market is going to dump after Trump takes office. What do you all think? Do you all think that the stock market is going to pump after Trump takes office, or do you think the stock market is going to dump? List it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I think it's going to dump, to be honest. Because so many people are bullish, right? Everybody think that once Trump gets into office, crypto is going to continue to pump higher, right? The stock market is going to continue to pump higher. But I tend to go the opposite way of the crowd, right? And that is played out beautifully so far in my short trading career. Remember, I've only been trading for 8 years. I'm not like some of these guys that's been trading for 20, 25, 30 years. I've only been doing this for 8 years. So I think it's going to dump. I think Trump needs it to dump. So that way he can show, like, look at the mess I came into, and then this is his last 4 years that he'll ever be president, and he can throw the kitchen sink at this thing to fix it. But if it continues to pump into his second term, and then it dumps, let's just say it dumps like 2 years later into his term, he's going to be blamed for that. And I don't think he wants it. So if it dumps at the beginning and he has the opportunity to fix it, I think that's going to make his legacy as president better rather than pumping coming into and then let's say 2 years later it start to dump. But we shall see. But I'm leaning towards dump after he's inaugurated. So you all listen in the comments and let me know: is the stock market gonna dump after Trump takes office, or is it gonna pump after he takes office? So, but either way it goes, we got a decision to make on GameStop, right? GameStop seems as if it's reversed, right? At least right now in the short term, you can see here one high, two high, confirmation, and now you're down about what is this? God, you're down 20%. So we shall see. We got some decisions to make on GameStop. Let's go and take a look at the Magnificent Seven, right? Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Nvidia, Facebook, and Tesla. And just to give you a sneak peek, I don't know how long you all are gonna be tuned into the stream. They all finished lower again today. They had a rally yesterday, and today they finished lower than they did than the day before. So taking a look at Microsoft. Microsoft did the thing, right, that we talked about. We talked about Microsoft having to get above $420. Below $420 is death. Above $420, you could be headed back to the heavens, right? We got this level identified, and 420 marks the previous all-time high right here, going back to February 2024. You can see how this level right here was resistance, right? It was treated as support a couple times before breaking back below 420 and heading lower. Once you broke back above it, you kind of rallied back below, and then once you broke back above it, you see all-time highs is on deck. So that's a key inflection point, right, on 420, and you're back above it today. Well, as of yesterday, you got back above 420, and then today you went back to test 429, $430. You're getting rejected, and you're back below the 200 moving average, right? You want price action to stay above the 200 moving average. And you're back below it. What's up, Sosa? What's up, Sosa? If you got a stock crypto, drop it in the comments and we'll take a look at it during the live stream. Appreciate you for stopping by. This is on Facebook. Sosa is tuning in on Facebook. I appreciate you for taking the time out to stop by. Again, if you got a stock crypto, drop it in the comments and we'll take a look at it. But yeah, Microsoft went back up to test 430. You sold off today, and you're back below the 200 moving average. And let's pray that this is not just another lower high here. Let's hope tomorrow comes in. This is the last day. Tomorrow will be the last day, the last trading day, the last day that the markets are open before, Trump is inaugurated and everything switch hands. So let's pray this thing continues to rally tomorrow and don't come back and start back testing 420. Right? You've been in an obvious downtrend, short-term downtrend since December 17th. Right? You've been in a short-term downtrend since December 17th, almost a month-long downtrend. Let's pray that this isn't just another lower high, and you continue to rally and stay above 420, because above 420, you can head back to all-time highs. Below 420, you can head back to $400. And remember, Microsoft is a market driver, right? Microsoft is one of the Magnificent Seven. They're all market drivers. So Microsoft and these other stocks in the Magnificent Seven, Apple, Google, Amazon, Nvidia, Facebook, and Tesla, if they continue to sell off, there's a good chance that the rest of the market will follow. So good pump on yesterday, but I'm not too impressed with this today. Not too impressed with this today. You couldn't break 429, and you can see 429 right here was a pivot point where prices reversed. And you can see right here, it was a pivot point where prices reversed. And let's pray that we're not repeating that same price action. But you can see the clear rejection right here. No action to take on Microsoft right now. If you're not owning Microsoft, now is not the time to be buying it. You're still extremely elevated, right? You're still extremely elevated. This was a gorgeous chart setup back in the day, back in 2023. The three rising valleys, the bullish dragon breakout, right? All three profit targets was hit. But you can see you're still extremely elevated on Microsoft, and you don't have any sort of confirmation just yet, right? And you're starting to break back beneath the 200 moving average. And I say that, right, for the swing trader. I'm a swing slash position trader. And we don't buy when you're extremely elevated. We buy low, right? We don't buy when you're up here at $400. You can see the time for the swing trader to buy and hold Microsoft was back here when you had the three rising valleys breakout, right? You can see these three consecutive higher lows, bullish dragon, the back test of 247. This was the time for the swing trader. This was the time for the swing trader to enter his position. What's up, James? Okay, welcome back to the stream. Turbo and Mog for Stock Thoughts ACMR. All right, cool. I'll take a look at it. As soon as I'm done, I'm going through the Magnificent Seven, and I won't spend a lot of time on it. Let's move on to Apple. Apple is still below the levels. Apple is still starting off, and like, look at this bullish engulfing candle today. Like, look at this bullish. Like, I hate to keep beating a dead horse. Donna Cantwell, what's up, and welcome to the stream. Donna is joining us from Facebook. Welcome to the stream. If you have any stocks, list them in the comments, and we'll take a look at it while we are live. Taking a look at Apple. We talked about Apple. We talked about the sell-off. You have been in like a 2-week losing streak on Apple. You're below the level that you need to be above, 236. And look at this, like, this is not what you want to see. You can see yesterday, remember yesterday, if you pay attention to the market yesterday, prices rallied. And you came back up here to back test 236, right? Look at what happened today after the back test of 236, which is the crucial inflection point. You can see multiple reversals right here, 236, when you look locally. And for you to come back up to kind of back test and break above 236 yesterday and to treat it as resistance and dump today, that's not price action that's conducive of high prices. All good. Do you, bro? For sure. I got you. So Apple, back testing 236 and being treated as resistance right here after you can see two clear rejections in the past is not good on Apple. And again, these are market drivers. So if these stocks keep dumping, the rest of the market will too. 9 times out of 10. I don't know. I can't say for sure, but likely. Same thing with Google. Gorgeous bearish harmonic completed. You got the 2 shooting stars up here, the pattern completion zone. You rallied off of this trend line right here at the bottom. We know this is where you needed to reverse. If you wanted to see higher prices, you momentarily reversed. But look at today. Look at what happened today, man. This kind of is like an inside bar, right? Inside bearish bar right here that could usher prices lower back down to this bottom trend line. But we should see right now you're elevated above it. But you don't want to see this type of price action after you had the day like you had yesterday on the stock market. You wanted to get some more follow through today, but you didn't get it, ladies and gentlemen. You're starting to sell off again, so you're not out of the water yet. Let's take a look at Amazon. Same thing on Amazon as we looked at the other day. Gorgeous bearish harmonic has been completed. Right, deep bearish crab pattern. You're consolidating up here at the pattern completion zone, and we know if you want to see lower prices, this trend line right here at the bottom of this descending triangle, right? It's not as gorgeous as you like to see a descending triangle, but you still have that behavior, right? You're up here at all time highs, and you're making consecutive lower highs up here, man. So it looks like it's just a matter of time before you break this bottom trend line. And look at the price action you got today, just like the rest of the market. These Mag 7s sold off. The index fund sold off today. And you know, these are all market drivers, the macro, right? The index funds identify the macro of the market. And if you want to be bullish, the macro has to be bullish. And that's your Magnificent Seven, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Nvidia, Facebook, Tesla. You want those to be bullish, and you also the index funds. You really need those to be bullish, and they're continuing to make lower prices. So, and even after hours today, you can see you closed at 220.66, and you're now at 220.40. So you're still selling off after hours. I'm interested to see what happens tomorrow. But beautiful bearish engulfing candle on Amazon today. And again, this type of price action is not conducive to higher prices. So, especially after you've completed a bearish crab pattern, right? So, I'm waiting for this bottom trend line to be broken. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. We move higher, and everything is great. Taking a look at Nvidia real quick. Nvidia is still skating on thin ice. There's no other way I could put it. And I was asking myself before the stream when I was taking a look at Nvidia, when you start to study market cycles, right? You know, you got four different phases of a market cycle. You have the accumulation phase, the markup phase, the distribution phase, and the markdown phase. And I was asking myself, is this distribution on Nvidia? Let's pull it up real quick so that way you all can see it. All right, so here we go. Wall Street cheat sheet, psychology of a market cycle. I'm hoping that you all could see this. Maybe I need to get Wyckoff's. Wyckoff's will identify what I want to show you better. Let's look up Wyckoff's. Wyckoff. All right, here's Wyckoff's logic, right? So you can see, I hope you can see this. I hope this is zoomed in enough where you can see it. So this is the four phases that I'm talking about. The first phase is accumulation, right? You can see accumulation takes place down here at the bottom before the markup happens, right? And you can see distribution takes place at the top before you get the mark down, right? So you got accumulation, markup, distribution, then mark down. So before I went live today, I was looking at Nvidia and I was wondering, are we getting distribution on Nvidia? Because if we are, we know what will come next, and that's the markdown, right? If we are getting distribution. So I'm burning this image in your head. I'm finna pull it back. I'm finna pull up the chart on Nvidia, right? So I'm thinking like, are we getting this? Because you can clearly see, let me go back to the live scene. So you can clearly see, right? We've gotten the markup, right? Gorgeous markup, right? We've been marking up forever, it seems like, on Nvidia, right? But are we now starting to get distribution? I don't like the fact that how small, right, if we are getting distribution, this distribution phase is relatively small, right? So we'll need some more. We'll need Nvidia to keep kind of ping ponging, making lower highs, right? We'll need it to kind of keep ping ponging, right? Making, same highs, lower highs for a little while longer, right? Before we eventually mark down because this distribution phase is so small. So with it being so small, it's not really confirmed. We wanted to go on just a little bit longer, right? So I'm trying to figure out, is this what we getting on Nvidia right now? It kind of looks like it, right? It kind of looks like distribution according to Wyckoff's logic, right? Richard Wyckoff. If you don't know Richard D. Wyckoff, kind of read his works, um, study his market psychology, right? The different phases of a market cycle, right? Then understand Wyckoff's accumulation schematics and Wyckoff's distribution schematics. It'll kind of help you identify where you are in different phases of a market cycle. So I've been learning it for a couple years now, and I was just trying to ask myself, is this what we're getting on Nvidia? Because if this is truly distribution on Nvidia, we know what happens next. The markdown happens, but we hadn't broken the levels. Nothing has been confirmed. You're still above 132, 132 momentarily, but this, right? You thought you were getting back above this level yesterday, right? After right here on the 14th of January, when you sold off and you were threatened to break below 130, the next day you kind of rallied and back tested this level and you closed above it. So you were thinking like, okay, this is where we go and potentially test the top of the range. But on today though, what happened? Beautiful engulfing candle, and now you're right back here back testing the levels that you need to be above. And this goes like for anything. If you keep testing a level over and over and over again, you're eventually going to break it. So you need to get extended off of this support down here for me to feel better. The longer you keep testing this level, to me, it increases the probability of you actually breaking below it. But we shall see if we are getting distribution this right here on Nvidia. Time will tell. And also, I was talking about it before. Just tell me what you think, because we know that tomorrow is the last trading day for the stock market before the presidential administration changes hands. So what do you all think? Do you think that the stock market is going to pump after Trump takes office, or do you think it's going to dump? Drop it in the comments and let me know. We're going to look at Meta, Facebook real quick. Facebook looks better than Nvidia, right? Especially today. You can see you got the rally yesterday, and you didn't really close below yesterday's price action. You kind of closed right here within it. So this looks a little bit more neutral, but you're still sitting in what we talked about on the last stream, this potential double top. All right, you're not out of the woods yet. You won't be out of the woods until you start closing back above $632. So not to spend a lot of time on Facebook, on Meta. Right, just know this lower high up here at all-time highs is still relevant. Right, and you're looking, if you want to be bearish on Facebook, you need for it to break below $585. Taking a look at Tesla. Tesla not too bad on the day either, but again, you're in no man's land, right? You're not back testing any supports, right? Today you're down by about 3.3% today, kind of another inside bar, right? You have to get price action tomorrow to confirm the bearish inside bar on Tesla, but you didn't, again, just like we looked at on Meta, you didn't really close below it, so not too bearish like you've seen on Nvidia and some of the others. But you're in no man's land. I will wait for a back test about 330, 313-ish, 312 to about $300. And let's go look at our first request real quick. Our first request was Turbo. Let's take a look at Turbo. Is it this one? Let me know if it's this one. Or is it a crypto? Let's see. Oh, it's a crypto. So Turbo USD. I'll look at it on Binance. Yeah, Turbo and Mog. Okay, yeah, it's crypto. Ooh. Okay, so this hadn't been around very long. Okay, this is a new cryptocurrency. Not a lot of data on this one, but you do see some swing lows. And again, when I'm doing analysis, I'm gonna always look for price correlation to historic levels, right? This is a very short-term chart. MOG has only been around for September, October, November, December, January, for about 4 months. At least this is what the data is showing. This is what the data is showing on Binance anyway. If you know another chart that has more data, let me know. So I like to look for price action correlation to levels from history. That's the first thing I look for. And you've back tested it. The back test was nice. And you rallied, but it sold off just like a lot of other cryptocurrency. They bearish engulfing candle on today's price action, which is now yesterday's price action, because crypto market just closed here at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Let's look at the MACD and see if you have any type of exhaustion. You don't. Let's see if this is a falling wedge. Meh. Okay, you got a potential falling wedge. I'll say, looking at Turbo, it's kind of neutral right now. If you're looking for a trade, setup, an entry on this, is kind of neutral right now. If it was me personally, I would be hoping to get another test back down here at what's this, about 0.006. I'll be looking for another test back here and or breakout of this supply line right here on Turbo. Right, because you can see you're down sloping, you're downtrending, price is starting to contract, so you got a potential falling wedge. It will not be confirmed until you get a breakout. And I would just look for something like this to occur. Right, come down deep into the apex and then break out. I would just like a back test of this horizontal support right here. Maybe you don't make it down to the apex. Maybe Bitcoin breaks 100K. Crypto becomes really bullish. I'll wait for a breakout of this supply line. Right? Because you can see multiple times where price got rejected at this downsloping trend line. That's what I'll wait for. I'll wait for a breakout or maybe even a back test of this horizontal support right here. And we know horizontal supports are stronger than diagonal, right? So that's what I would wait for on Turbo. It's not bad though, because it's still consolidating within its structure. It's not like it's bearish, and it's not bullish because it hadn't really broken out, and you don't have any positive momentum on the oscillator, on the MACD, and then you are about 39 on the RSI, and we know that's the bearish control zone. Anything below 40, on the RSI is the bearish control zone. Oh, you just want to hear? Okay, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. Just wanted to hear your thoughts. MOG is safer than Turbo, I believe. I'll take a look at MOG, but I think I'm going to have to go to Dex Screener to look at MOG. Let's see. I don't think MOG is on TradingView. MOG USD, maybe it is now. Yeah, MOG coin. Let's see, which exchange? Maybe KuCoin. Yeah, KuCoin has more data. KuCoin, July 2024. So MOG is very new as well. I'm gonna see if I can get more data on MOG on another exchange. Let's try Poloniex. Oh, I don't like this. This is whacked out on Poloniex. MOG spot. Maybe KuCoin is gonna be the best. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Sorry. Yeah, Bybit. It looks okay on Bybit as well. I'm gonna look at it on KuCoin because KuCoin is the only one that I see where I myself personally. I'm not sure which exchange you were looking at MOG on, but MOG KuCoin is the only one that I have access to. So I'm gonna take a look at it on this one. Yeah, I like MOG. Yeah, I like where MOG is a little bit better, just because, like you can see, like you're right here, like at the level where it needs to hold. So it's a little bit easier to manage your risk on MOG, in my opinion. And you have potential bullish divergence. Yeah, I like MOG a little bit better. You have a little bit more of a bullish sentiment on MOG. As you can see, the bullish convergence, the bullish divergence, seller exhaustion. Sellers could be getting tired. You're back testing. You can see here a level that was resistance, support, support, support. So that you're at an inflection point. You have potential bullish divergence. It will not be confirmed until you get another green histogram here on the MACD. And you see where the negative momentum is starting to wane. You can see it's getting higher. You're not creating higher levels of negative momentum. Where this red is continuing to draw down. This red histogram is continuing to draw down. It's actually starting to wane a little bit more, but it will not confirm until you get another one of these green histograms like you got right here before. So you got potential bullish divergence on the MACD and the RSI. And the RSI. So you see the higher lows on the RSI and the MACD, and you're at an inflection point. So yeah, MOG is a little bit more easier to manage your risk here on MOG, in my opinion. And you got a clear cutoff point. Anything below 1774, 1631 is a no-go. Anything above it, you're good, and you're back testing it right now. Let's look for a bullish chart pattern. I was kind of trying to look for, it was kind of looking like Turbo with the wedge, but I don't think the wedge, the wedge isn't going to work here. Look at this trend here. Yeah. I like that trend here. You're back testing the horizontal support and the diagonal support. So I think that's stronger. Yeah, I think that's stronger. And it's just easier to manage your risk here. But again, as always with these cryptocurrencies, you're gonna need Bitcoin to get going. Let's take a look at Bitcoin right quick because we haven't. Okay, you're up marginally on the new day. And you okay. You're back above 100K on Bitcoin. We need that for these altcoins to really get going. So yeah, I like MOG a little bit better, just because of where you at. And James, you are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you for the request. And I'll look at you had one more stock, ACMR. Let's take a look at ACMR real quick. ACM Research. Producer Manufacturing. Earnings are beautiful. Earnings are beautiful. Ever since Q4 of 2023, this company has beat earnings. So it's been making money. That's great. You always want to see that. ACM Research engages in the development of manufacture and sale of single wafer wet cleaning equipment. It supplies process solutions that semiconductor manufacturers can use in numerous manufacturing steps to remove particles, contaminants, and other random defects. Okay. Okay. And you're in the uptrend. Jesus. Jesus Louises. You're in a gorgeous uptrend. You're uptrending. Okay. Yeah, this one is not looking bad. You are beneath the 200 moving average. You wanna be above the 200 moving average. And I don't like the way this moving average is starting to curve over. Right? You would like you upsloping 200 moving averages are more bullish. This one is starting to curve over, but I'm looking at what you're doing down here. Right? I'm gonna count this as one low, even though you have about two equal lows right here. And then you have another low right here. This could be like a confirmation low. Let's see if you are back testing any levels from history, because you want to be at those inflection points. I'm gonna go to the weekly. It should be more defined on the weekly. Yeah, get rid of that right there. And I'm gonna bring this. I like more confluence. Yeah, you're above it. And I guess you could do this one too, these two wicks. Yeah, and you got the bullish engulfing. Yeah, ACMR. Okay. Let's go back to the daily. So you're back testing, like you got like this double bottom action right here. You know, you always want to wait for the second low. The first low you don't know, but the second low it offers you confirmation, and you're getting a bullish engulfing candle. Well, you got a bullish engulfing candle yesterday, after you back tested this level for the second time. Right, and this level that I'm identifying goes back to February 2020. I can show you what I used real quick to identify this level. This candle close. This candle close right here, as you can see, this is the highest daily candle close on ACMR. This is back in February 2020. This is the highest daily candle close at that time of all time. And then I use these two wicks right here where you can see price reversed. So that's how I identified the level from history, the highest candle close of all time in 2020. And these two wicks right here, where you can see on two separate weeks where price closed and reversed right here, right? So that's how I identified the level. And you come to present day, right? And look at this level again. You can see right here in 2023, you can see this same level was resistance, right? It got rejected right here, but once it broke above it, it went to all-time highs, I think it was. Yeah, all-time highs just as recent here as March of 2024. And now you've back tested this area kind of twice, once and now twice. Bullish engulfing candle. Yeah. You just need to get above the 200 moving average. You got to get above that 200 moving average. But that bullish engulfing candle could be your signal candle. And taking a look here, yeah, you got the potential bullish divergence here too on the yeah, I like it. You see right here, you got the bullish divergence potential. Again, you got to wait for this green histogram, the next green histogram for the weekly bullish divergence to be confirmed. Let's take a look at the RSI. Looks like it's the same on the RSI. Same on the RSI. So out of the three you requested, I personally like MOG and ACMR better than Turbo, right? I mean, I can't predict the future. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but just looking at the technicals, seller exhaustion on both oscillators, back testing some key areas from history or I just identified as support and resistance. You're holding it at support right now. You're bullishly engulfing this week. Tomorrow is the weekly candle close. You're bullishly engulfing this week. I like it. Let's see. Only thing I need now is a bullish chart pattern, like a fallen wedge. Well, you got it. Here we go. The double bottom. The double bottom. I'm not going to make this all cute right now for the sake of time, but the double bottom, and right here will be your neckline. So you got a little ways to go for the double bottom to be confirmed. Up here about 23.41. So you get back above the 200 moving average, you break that neckline, it's going to be on. But I like it. It's doing the things that it needs to do in order to see higher prices. So I can dig it. Literally just bought yesterday. Good stuff. I'm not sure if you're talking about MOG or ACMR, but if it's ACMR, good stuff. Because you're at the level where it's easy to manage your risk. So ACMR is not looking too shabby. And I see Bitcoin is trying desperately, man. Bitcoin is trying desperately to recapture 100K. And that's what it needs to do. What's up, Sin? Welcome to the stream. Sin is joining from Facebook. If you have any assets that you would like to have analyzed while I'm live on stream, just drop it in the comments and we'll take a look at it. And I'll do the best I could do to develop an edge, bullish or bearish. Bitcoin desperately trying to break 100K. And that's what it needs to do, because you can see the potential head and shoulders bearish reversal pattern that you're staring at on Bitcoin. And this would be about a 2-month large structure on Bitcoin. So very defined, and it will not be invalidated. The ACMR I bought yesterday. Okay, good stuff. Okay, keeping an eye on Turbo for sure. But a rising tide lifts all ships. So if Bitcoin does recapture 100K here, James, Turbo will probably continue to rise too, with the rest of the market, which Bitcoin is trying to recapture right now as we speak. It's above 100K, right? It's above the level right now. It needs to stay above it. Like yesterday, you can see on yesterday's price action, you broke above it, but look at this wick right here, right? You sold off, you closed above it. Buyers defended the level, and you closed above, well, it's technically not 99,865-ish, right? 99,800. You closed above it yesterday. Sellers tried to force you back. Buyer stepped in, defended the level. And now today, if you can get some follow through, the rest of the crypto market should be all right. But keep your eye on Turbo, and let's pull it back up real quick so we can see. We were looking at Turbo. I think it was Binance. No. Yeah, Binance. Yeah, so you can see Turbo along with Bitcoin is up almost 0.5% on the new day already. I'll definitely keep your eye on it. But you're still above the level though. You have to come back down to about 71.46 before it's in jeopardy. So you're still a little elevated off the level. Look at this gorgeous back test though. Like, this is a gorgeous back test. You can see it right here, and you can see, make sure I get all on screen right quick so you can see all of it. You can see the back test right here was defended as support. Back test right here. Look at this one though. Look at what happened. Hopefully history repeats, right? Where you back tested it right here on December 20th. And then you rallied, right? That was a nice rally off of this back test. Oh my God, you're talking about 67% rally after the last time you tested 71.46. It rallied almost 70%. So hopefully history repeats right here off of this back test right here. And then you can see it and look at it right here the time before. The 2 times before, right? This time here. This was November 2024. This time it back tested, it rallied 30%. And then look at it right here. In early December, it back tested the level and it rallied 117%. So hopefully history repeats right here, you know, like it did back in the last quarter of 2024. So hopefully history repeats and you're well off the level. How about Fetch? Fetch AI. Fetch is like at a I think Fetch is at a pretty much actionable area too. Did I buy any Fetch? No, I didn't get any. I didn't get any on this back test. But you can see Fetch is doing the thing too. Right? Kind of the same thing we looked at on the other one, kind of double bottoming. And I think I gotta zoom in on the yeah, look at Fetch. So I like this uptrend. Like look at this short-term uptrend on Fetch. You can see 1 low, 2, 3. You momentarily, let me zoom in on this. You momentarily, right back here, you broke beneath it. And that's what market participants will do. They will break the trend to kind of shake you out. And then you can see how rapidly it got back above and resumed the uptrend that has been trading in. Well, it's in a long-term uptrend. But I'm talking about a short-term uptrend that started back here in August of last year. Right, you can see every time you come back down towards this bottom demand line, you get some type of reaction. And you're right here back at it. So you're at an actionable area for Fetch too, just based off the channel, right? This is the oversold. Whenever you're looking at a channel, whether it's upsloping, whether it's sideways, downsloping, whenever you're at the bottom of that channel, that's the oversold section of the channel. That's the demand, right? The demand zone, the demand area of the channel. And that's where you want to be buying at. Up here is the overbought section. You don't want to buy up here. Shorts to be, you'll be looking for a short up here when you're at the top of it, right? But when you're at the bottom of it, that's where you want to buy. And you can see sellers push price out of it. Buyers quickly recaptured, and you're back within the trend. You're attempting to break this 200 moving average. You're at an area where it's easy to manage risk, you know, above this upsloping demand line at the bottom of the channel. Above that, it's okay. Beneath it, you really don't want to own it. So you got a good cutoff point. Let's see if you got anything on the MACD. Let's look at it on the daily time frame real quick. Are you building positive momentum again? Check this out. You're building positive momentum again on the MACD. You have the bullish divergence. Yeah, Fetch is looking good. Fetch is at an area where it's easy to manage your risk. Yeah, Fetch is looking good. So I like Fetch where you are until you break out of the uptrend that you're in. As long as you're in this uptrend that we talked about, you're great. And on the daily, you got the bullish divergence on both oscillators. Yeah, I like Fetch. And again, Bitcoin recaptures 100K and gets to rallying. These altcoins will follow. It may be a lag in it. Bitcoin may pop back up to all-time highs, 108K. And then you may see a few days later, these altcoins really get to going. Right? Bitcoin will rally and kind of stall. And then these altcoins will rally. Right? Bitcoin may pull back some. Altcoins may fall back a little bit, and then it continues as long as you're above 100K. That's like the psychological resistance. Those zeros and fives are psychological areas on the stock market. Like when you're looking at we're looking at $10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The zeros and fives are psychological resistance. That's why it's so important to be above 100K, that round number. So yeah, Fetch is looking good, and look at where you are. right now would be the time to buy it because it's easy to manage your risk. And I'm gonna log into my brokerage account right now, and I'm gonna get some because I was trading Fetch. I got stopped out of it a couple times in the past. Let me zoom in on it. I think I still got the data on the screen. Yeah, I got stopped out of Fetch right here. Right, it hit the first target of the trade setup, but it almost hit the second target. I probably should have came in and cut my losses up here when it started to reverse, but I was just trading the plan, and you can see right here, I got this is where I got stopped out right here just recently, and now that it's back, it's reestablished this uptrend, this short term uptrend that you can clearly see on the 4 hour. You got the bullish divergence here, right? Taking a look at these two lows. Let me break this up real quick, where it's easy to see. There go another text message. I tell you, every time I get to cooking. So you can see these two separate lows right here, and these two lows are separated by this peak. And then take a look at these two lows, right? Equal lows on price, the same lows. And then you got the higher lows on momentum. That's class B. There's three different classes of divergence: A, B, and C. B being the second strongest when you have equal lows right here. So you got the class B bullish divergence on both oscillators. Taking a look at the RSI, same deal. You are in the neutral territory, sitting at 46 on the RSI, neutral territory. But I like what I'm seeing on Fetch. And once you break this 200 moving average, there will be another bullish variable, what it looks like you're trying to do. So I like Fetch right now. What crypto? What cryptos am I in? I'm in a plethora of different cryptos. Let's see. It's cryptos. Of course, I got Bitcoin, XRP, Cardano. So Cardano. I was talking about Cardano earlier today on Facebook. So Trump is trying to pass a bill where there are no capital gains taxes on cryptocurrencies that are created in the United States. And we know, I think his name's Charles Hoskinson, is the creator of Cardano. It is a US based crypto. And I'm not sure, James, if you're in the US, let me know. I'm assuming, and that's my bad, I'm assuming you're in the United States. I don't know for sure, but if you are in the United States, Trump is trying to pass a bill where there are no capital gain taxes on cryptocurrencies created in the United States. He want to make America like a crypto hub, right? And Cardano is created in the United States. And I was looking at Cardano. I don't know if I mentioned this on my last stream or not. And it seems as if you've been around crypto for a while. So I'm pretty sure you know all about Cardano. So I was looking at Cardano, and I was talking about it coming into 2024. Cardano was one of the ones that had the bullish harmonic, right? This is a pretty large structure. It started in 2020 and it completed in 2023. So this is a 3-year large structure. And coming into 2024, I was looking at the cryptocurrencies that already had the bullish M shape completed behind it. XRP was one, and XRP is another US based cryptocurrency. And so my point is, these US based cryptocurrencies, I think, will attract a lot of retail and institutional investors because of the fact that there may not be any capital gain taxes on them. So Cardano, XRP, I believe Litecoin, Charlie, I think his name was Charlie, the creator of Litecoin. He's abandoned the project. And that's why I really don't like Litecoin like I used to, like back in 2017, 2018, because I think it was Charlie, I can't think of his name. I think it was Charlie something. He abandoned the project. And I didn't like the fact that he took profit and abandoned the project that he created. But Litecoin is another American-made crypto. Yes, sir, Connecticut, all American-made crypto. Since I found that out a while back. Okay, bam, you own it. So that's all I was hitting at. You're asking me about the cryptos that I'm in. I just wanted to make that point. But yeah, so American-made cryptos. I think if Trump doesn't under prom where he over promise and under deliver. I hope he didn't over promise and he under delivers, and doesn't do the Bitcoin strategic reserve thing and the capital gains bills that he's proposing. I hope he don't under deliver. If he doesn't and they do live up to what they've been saying, I think these American made cryptos are gonna have a great rest of this bull market. But some other cryptos, I do have some fetch that I've been holding long term. I got some Cardano, I got XRP, I got some Litecoin, some Ethereum Classic, all the OGs. Got some Chainlink. I don't have a lot of the news. The new ones I got, Shiba Inu, all about Shiba Inus. Mentioned Chainlink, Dogecoin, of course. I got some VeChain. I like VeChain. Matic, I do like Matic as well. ZRX. I had Zilliqa. Fuck. I gotta take this. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I'm finna get ready to get up off this live stream. I got people calling me that need me. But I do have some fetch. I do like VeChain just based off past performances. Fetch pumped hard last market cycle. VeChain pumped hard. Then there are OGs too. They've been around. They survive bear markets, and that's another thing I look at when I'm investing in a couple of cryptocurrencies too. Have they survived previous bear markets? Some of the ones that are new, they pump and dump, and you never hear from them again. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant on the newbies. I like judging past performance of the ones that have survived different bear markets. I'm a little bit more comfortable in those and don't think they're gonna exit scam. How Luna, remember Luna from last cycle, what a debacle, right? And Luna had been around. That whole Sam, I don't even want to talk about it. It's depressing. But OG cryptocurrencies, I have a mix of small, newer ones, but not a lot. Not a lot of the newbies. And if I do buy new cryptocurrencies, I don't invest a lot of capital in them. Just a small portion of my capital go into them, the new ones, because like I was talking about before, a lot of them pump, they dump, and you never hear of them again. But good money is made during those mania cycles on those small cryptocurrencies because it don't take a lot to move the needle. A couple investors come in, couple thousand, you know, and it pumps. Anchor, I do have some Anchor. I like Anchor. Another one that I got crazy targets on is Synapse. This one is on Coinbase, Synapse. And this is gorgeous price action. The bullish harmonic back testing the key levels. And you can see like this is the doom and gloom levels. Above it, you're great. Below it, it's like meh. And you're at that level with the bullish harmonic. And of course, you had some type of divergence here. I got to zoom in on it for the divergence to show. here on these three rising valleys, right? Talk about three rising valleys a lot. You know, that's just a classic sign of accumulation, more market participants than before, right? Each valley is higher than the previous one, and each peak gets higher than the previous one. So you had the bullish harmonic, three rising valleys, and then you got a additional harmonic, right? Just to this is like the cherry on top. You got the big harmonic. That's what about a year in size, a year long in size. Three rising valleys, classic accumulation. Then you got this smaller harmonic right here, just a couple of months, like the ice and the cherry on top. So I'm loving Synapse. I think this is gonna go back and test the top of the range. And from where you are, I know I talk to different people. Some of the crypto enthusiasts gotta have the 1000x. You know, they gotta have the triple digit returns. Well, you know what I'm saying, the 1000x and stuff like that. Me personally, if I can get a 1x, I can dig it. If I can get a 50%, 60%, I can dig it, right? And then I'll just profit on the majority of the run instead of trying to get it all, right? But this one right here looks like it's going to come back up to the top of the range. So from where you are, you're looking at potential 170% to a 200x. So I like this one. I'm holding this one. This is Synapse seeing on Coinbase. But look at you look how you just recently back tested the 200 moving average right here. Talk about that a lot. You back tested 200 moving average, which perfectly identified with the top of the bottom of the range. You can see you're at the bottom of the range, but this is the top of the bottom, if that makes sense. And that's what a 200 moving average perfectly lined up. You kissed it, and now you're trying to mark up higher after this little smaller bullish bat pattern. Really like this one. I'm just looking for profits. I ain't greedy. I'm the same way. So Sin is one that's set up for higher prices, you know, in the mid to long term. Jamsey is one of the new ones that I was talking about. Like I hold and I don't really put a lot in, and I really like Jamsey above 4 cents. But look at here, like same thing we talked about. You came back to back test this key level from history. That's where you are now. Buyers defended it. We were looking at a falling wedge breakout, which we didn't really get much. You went to the next level, and that's where you reversed when Bitcoin pulled back. So if we adjust this to the new data, you really don't have a wedge. You have more of a channel. You have more of a parallel channel. So I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to apply the channel here. I ain't greedy either. I just look for gains, good gains. Can't go broke taking a profit. Is what I was always taught. Where's my parallel channel? All right, here we go. So I'm gonna do my best to plot a channel here. May take me a minute. I don't like that. That's not bad. Maybe you are kind of trying to contract, but I don't like it. It's not really. And just take a look at, and also on Jamsey, right? Like just look at the uptrend that you're starting to create after back testing what was support right here. And now on Jamsey, like we talked about on last stream, you just put in your highest low of all times. So that's gorgeous. Let's look at this on another time frame. Let's look at this on the weekly, because I feel like, and this is what you don't do. You don't want to force it, right? See how I'm trying to force a falling wedge onto Jamsey? That's what you don't do. That's bad practice. If it's not there, it's not there, right? But I'm loving this uptrend on Jamsey, and above 4 cents, man. That's everything. That's everything on Jamsy. So Jamsy is one of the ones, the newer ones that I got some of. I don't have a lot of Jamsy though, but I do like it above 4 cents, and I think it will rally. You know, once you get back above 4 cents, because above 4 cents is 5 cents, and after 5 cents, where you reverse that, once you broke out last time of the falling wedge that I had identified, you reverse right at 5 cents. But that's it reversed with the whole market. Because I thought we were gonna do it when we were breaking 5 cents, but everything pulled back, and you just came back to back test another key level. I'm liking it. So Jamsy is another one that I'm holding. Some of these I was just trading. Like Sheeb. What is Sheeb doing right now? Kind of looks like Jamsy, doesn't it? It looks like Jamsy. Back testing the level. Or this support level, back testing, and you're holding it. Shiba Inu, I got some Shiba Inu. Bitcoin is still above 100,000. But yeah, I'm finna get ready to get up out of here though. I've been live an hour and a half. So I think I've did my justice for today. But as always, man, I appreciate you for stopping by the stream. I appreciate you for asking for the charts, helping, still helping sharpen steel. That's what I feel like I have going on when I have viewers come by and ask for different chart patterns. I get to see things at a different angle, and I hope you as well get to see things at a different angle and start to be able to identify levels on your own in the future and be like, hey, I remember that guy from YouTube a while back talked about identifying historical levels from the past and identifying price action positive price action correlation to those levels in the present, and be able to and strategize and be able to go on your own, in a different manner, and recognize different chart setups, different potential trade setups. That's what I do it for. Like I said, give a man a fish and versus teaching a man how to fish, right? So I hope this community continues to build on that type of energy, But I know it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of actors in crypto. You get it all. The Moon Boys, the fanatics like XRP. XRP has an army of people behind it that think XRP is just gonna do whatever it's gonna do. They ignore the technicals. XRP to the moon, right? Just like the Link, the Chain Link, the Link Marines. So you got a lot of characters in crypto, I should say. But this community that I'm trying to build is all about education, technical analysis, being able to identify levels, chart patterns, right? And do it the right way. Risk versus reward. Know how to allocate properly into different assets so you're not blowing your whole account. Yeah, I mean Jamsy. Yeah. My bad. But anyway, I'm out. Catch me on my next one. Peace.
Does anybody know her name? Does she know I feel the same? Does anybody know her name? How does she feel? Does anybody know her name? Does she know I feel the same? Does anybody know her name? How does she feel? Does anybody know her name? Anybody know? Does she know I feel the same? Does anybody know her name? Anybody know? How does she feel? Does anybody know her name? Does she know I feel the same? Does anybody know her name? How does she feel?